The world was changing fast. When World War II ended in 1945, the U.S. Army had over 8 million enlisted. Less than a year and a half later, there were fewer than 685,000. These young people flooded home. People everywhere were trying to be grounded in a world that was shifting fast. They were looking for jobs and looking for love. They were also looking to live out their faith. Into all that change, God called faithful men and women who happened to be Lutheran to form a community of faith here in the Cuyahoga Falls. Mrs. Ruth Doddridge, a longtime member of St. Luke's, wrote, "My neighbors, Bernice and Harold Hilbish, related this story of the early beginnings of St. Luke's. To Bernice's sister in Barberton and Holy Trinity Lutheran Church in Akron, contact was made with Pastor Nevin Stover, and they met many times at the Hilbishes to discuss forming a new Lutheran mission congregation in the Falls. These few folks, with the help of Holy Trinity in Akron and Pastor Stover, trusted that God was up to something here. They invited the Falls community to worship. On November 17, 1946, they met at the Falls High School and worshiped together under the name of the United Lutheran Church of Cuyahoga Falls. Among those present were 100 members of Holy Trinity Akron who were released to help this new congregation take root. God was moving fast. By February 1947, they were ready to organize, and those present voted to name this community St. Luke's Lutheran Church. In 1951, the congregation moved from Cuyahoga Falls High School to a new ministry center at 2121 6th Street. A Sunday school addition was added a few years later. Then, the current sanctuary was complete in 1963. Those early people of St. Luke's created a beautiful structure for the glory of God, the strong bell tower, and the soaring reredos show God's presence here. But it is the people of St. Luke's, God's people here, who are a cloud of witnesses for us today. We are surrounded by the stories, memories, and witness of those who have gone before us and led us on in faith. The world continues to change. In every generation, God leads us in new ways of showing and sharing the love of Jesus. Senior Daycare Center. Before and after school program. Men in Mission, Women's Circles, Praise Service, Hymn Sings, ministry with local organizations such as Good Neighbors, St. Luke's Home, Open M, and Lutheran Metropolitan Ministries. There's also shared ministries with other area congregations. Strong Youth and Family Ministries
The world does continue to change, but the light of Christ continues to shine. We are sealed with the Holy Spirit and marked with the cross of Christ forever. So through God's grace, we continue to know God, to make Him known, to do God's work with our hands.